We have got a player for player. Who would you keep or sell in this Liverpool rebuild?
Okay. Oh yeah, it's a rebuild actually.
It's a
To be
rebuild.
fair, yeah, go on.
Because we don't know what's happening with Klopp. But so yeah, I'm just gonna list all the players and you just let me know.
So in this world, in this fantasy world, we're projecting that FSG has sold Liverpool,
Yeah.
and they've got the Arab money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take us away.
And then you can also elaborate on why and who they can probably strengthen if you have someone. If
Okay,
not,
cool.
then it's fine. So the first player, Alison Becker, their goalkeeper.
Just about keep him. Just about.
Just about.
Just
Nah,
about.
you keep him
He's their
still.
best player.
You keep him still.
Keep him.
Solid.
Nah, I'm hating. I'm hating.
Big hate.
Who's their backup?
Big
Do
hate.
they have a backup keeper?
Manig. What's his name? What's his
No,
name? Kelleher. That's it. Yeah.
Kelleher.
Cut final specialist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Young, innit? It's fine.
Nah, he's trying to cut though. Because there's only so long you can play backup and just like be happy to be here.
Still young though, yeah.
Like a
20
Martinez.
what?
20, 23, 24, something like that.
Joe Gomez.
It's done, man. It's done. Not even on a like. I think we need to actually be just be fair. Just be fair.
The man,
Yeah.
Conversation.
Mr. Mandem.
Yeah,
You
it's
know what I mean?
like you wanted him to do well. I lied. I don't want any Liverpool player to do well.
Lewisham.
Nah, that doesn't matter. Like do well at Aston Villa then, or do well at Crystal Palace, or
Alright, so I'm gonna say this. I think Joe's gotta leave, man.
I think for his own
I
development,
think Joe's gotta leave. I
Yeah.
think psychologically it's done.
As
That
well, for the
for his
development,
own
I think.
development he's gotta leave.
because at 20, like he's 25 now, so it's no longer a thing where he's being looked at like Van Dijk's little brother, and like
Yeah.
Van Dijk can be the one that's performing, and he can be kind of just like shoulder over, like. But especially when you're in a crisis, and like Liverpool are in a crisis right now, they need players to step up, and like Joe Gomez is just
I
not
feel
stepping
like-
up right now.
and what you said is good. Let me lean more so on his age. He's 25 now. You're not seen as a young boy anymore. And if you look at what you've achieved at Liverpool, you're not going to. I don't think it gets better for you than what you've already achieved. So Liverpool need a rebuild, and that being said, they're going to have a clear out, and they're going to raise the profile of defenders. I don't think there's any space in there for him. So the minutes are going to dwindle. Oh, he's going to be filling out at right back, which
Again,
yeah, he's
you have
got
to think
goal.
about your own
He can
development
go,
as well.
He can start at Villa.
Can't start at Villa.
He can start
Ezri
at
Konsa.
Villa. He can start at Villa.
Ezri
They
Konsa.
love Mings, but I think he's better than Mings.
Starting at left hand side, he looks
I
awkward
think
on the
he's
left hand
better than
side.
Mings. I think he's better than Mings because people obviously Mings has howlers, but people are so easy to forgive Mings. Maybe it's because of. Let me not even get into that, but Mings does a lot of work.
He does a lot of good work.
He does a lot of good work.
Does a lot of good work for the community. For the
but
community.
So what
Mings
we do?
makes mistakes. Yeah, he's gone.
You
he's
sell
gone,
it,
he's
sell
gone,
him, sell him,
Fabinho.
sell him,
Sell him.
sell him.
Also, you know what's interesting about Fabinho? I'll sell Fabinho first, which indicate no, as in like first, so the whole squad knows. Oh shit. Because
Yeah, I
like,
think-
Fabinho has stock in Klopp's eyes and in Liverpool ranks. Because like solid player, yeah, one of the biggest signings they made whilst he was at his peak. In terms, sell him.
It's one of those ones you have to get ahead
You have
of
to get quick.
because, like, it's one of those ones where it looks like it's only going this way. It's only going down, and it's only like I don't see him recovering the
I don't
levels.
see. Sorry to cut you off, Banks. I was gonna say with someone like Fabinho, I don't see it coming back to haunt them, or us watching Champions League games in 2 years and where he's gone and being like, "Bruh, I can't believe we let go of him." Even if they let go of him and he does have great games, it was never gonna happen again here. I don't believe so because
You just have to get ahead of it. You have
there's
to.
a difference between playing bad and a difference between looking like your body can't do what it once could do, and it's been too long now. It's not a.
And you make a good point about that, but I think that also speaks to Liverpool's structure and like how they've pressed. And nowadays, when Fabinho's playing, it looks like he's on an island, and it looks like he can't cover that ground no more.
Play, he's not. He was very good at getting about, and in terms of already being in a good enough starting position, that's not enough no more because he ain't got the legs and he hasn't even got the moving parts around him to make up the lost ground. It's just
It's one of those ones where before the rest of the world really like when it gets for a player where everyone deeps, oh, this guy is bad now. I don't think it's got to that point.
But so sell him before it gets.
Sell him to Europe. I'm not sure how it looks in like I think a European club could come in for him
Inter
and
or
think
something.
Inter love
Go Inter.
Inter love a Mkhitaryan. No, Inter never watched one Mkhitaryan game in England because there's no way you sign him after that. That's the huh?
We should just go Inter.
Go Inter.
25 mil Inter.
Van Dijk.
Keep just off the strength of
Just move on.
Konate.
Future. Good player.
Thiago.
Ooh, sell him. And it's deep. It's deep because he's one of their better midfielders. He's one of their better, probably their best midfielder.
For me, if you keep Thiago, for me, I would say keep.
Yeah.
But it's dependent. Like, you know, when you said we should give people to who we can put in.
Yeah.
You keep Thiago if he's not starting and you have 3 midfielders who are better than him. Thiago should not be starting. Thiago shouldn't play more than 22 Prem games next season. He ain't got the legs. Not even.
I don't even. Yeah,
He ain't got the bones.
Relying on Thiago as your like to be your best midfielder and be available for a majority of the season. It's suicide.
It's a dangerous game.
It's a crazy game to play. So like you make a good point in the sense that Liverpool realistically have to sign like 2 or 3 midfielders this summer if they want to get back to any sort of level of competing. So that would hopefully automatically like reduce the amount that Thiago has to play and reduce the amount that Thiago is needed. But honestly, that he's been here. This is his 3rd year. I look at Thiago like.
Chill, because Liverpool's been bad. Yeah?
They've been bad.
So let's just give him some grace. Liverpool's been bad, and he's been the best out of the bad bunch. And also, what you have to bear in mind is that he is very, very injury prone. Like he's not been available. So more time, even when he is fit, sometimes you feel like he could be playing.
But
with
okay, think about this. Think about this from an Arsenal point of view. Think about number 5 Partey. If you could sell him this summer knowing you could get a quality replacement, you're selling him. You're selling him. So why is it not the same for Thiago?
One, Thiago's older. I don't think you're going to get that much for him.
You paid 20 million. You paid like 25 million for him. So, you don't need to make a profit.
25 million in this market. What does that get?
You don't need to. That's what I'm saying. For Thiago, you don't need to make a profit.
To come off the bench for you and play some Champions League games.
Where for me, if you've been here 3 years and your availability rate is around 60, I'd say his availability rate was around 60% of the games. You can sell that.
I'm not trying to like throw you under here, but maybe because he's a striker, but you weren't saying the same about that for Martial.
This season I have been.
But this is season 6.
But he hasn't been in terms of injury availability. There's a difference between availability and performances. From a performances point of view, fair enough. But in terms of availability, his injury record hasn't been the worst over the last couple of years.
In the last 18 months.
18 months. 18 months. We told 18 months. Last season he went on loan to Sevilla. This season, no United fan is like really saying.
I'm saying you're giving him a lot more patience than what you're saying for Thiago.
He's also already younger than Thiago, and he came as an 18-year-old.
Right, fair enough, innit? Fair enough.
For me, sell Thiago, and if you're gonna do this rebuild properly, do it properly.
Milner. I think everyone's got it out for that.
Keep him. Keep him. You can't buy that sort of experience.
No,
you can't buy that sort of experience. I'm not. You cannot.
No, we're moving on.
No. You're telling. 18 years in the. Is it 20? It might be 20 years in the game at this point. 20 years in the game. That change of room influence is hard to get by. I'd sell Thiago, keep Milner.
Selling Milner.
Plays right back. Oh, Naby.
Sometimes you just got to firm your L.
He's going on a free. He's out of contract. He's out of contract.
The Naby one crazy because Liverpool don't brag, but this is the first time they brag. I can't lie. When they got Naby, my head was hot. They was like, yeah, obviously we got like, what was they calling? They was calling him all sorts. I can't remember the comparisons. They didn't say Gerrard, but they was giving him. He was going to be this.
Got the Gerrard number.
And then I was like, oh yeah, don't worry. Like we even bought him and said they can keep him for a year. He's coming next year. When Naby comes into this. Sell him.
Yeah, it's
and also the reason why Naby's been as bad as he's been is not just Naby's injury record. Klopp has a part to play. Klopp did not manage that situation well.
How
Apparently, there's been several times in which Naby has been fit and Klopp just wouldn't play him after a run of games. So and like. Apparently so in it because if you go on Twitter, the top Reds, they'll be tweeting everything, but. There's a serious conspiracy. Go and check the amount of games, I think on Transfer Market, how much he's been available and how much he's played. So sometimes... So you're right. So sometimes... Yeah, and I understand if he's on bad form, you don't play him, but more time. The narrative is that he ain't got the bones, he ain't got the legs.
Next player, Bobby.
Let him go.
Yeah, he's got to go.
Let him go.
And I think Liverpool fans also need to come and apologise for this.
Arsenal fans have been holding on to this grudge.
Liverpool fans need to
years.
come and apologise about this Firmino thing because they told us that the system. You don't know what he brings to that front three. He drops into the pocket. He's a 10.5. He's a 9.5. They was making new shirt numbers for him, new positions. He drops in, and that allows Salah and Mane to get the amount of goals he's getting. He just does all of this. He drops in. Listen, yeah, Firmino had a solid 2.5.
Nah, man, let's not downplay it. That Liverpool front three in their peak was frightening. They batted up all the teams, and I think where Liverpool fans went wrong is that obviously Firmino was.
At that point, upgrade Firmino.
It's difficult, man. Yeah, it's difficult. But we talked about in the final third where Liverpool, we've always felt like Liverpool played with the same 11 and the squad depth after that. In terms of squad depth, they could have definitely improved it. But we have to just accept that front three at the time were lethal. But Klopp didn't decide to reinvest, and Klopp didn't decide to sort of get the necessary extra pieces that could have kept that front three on top for a bit longer. But Firmino, he done his dirt in England. He was part of one of the most fearsome front threes. But in terms of the all-time, like, they were putting him in some crazy conversation.
Crazy combos.
Crazy conversations.
It made you hate him.
Yeah, I get it. It made you...
It's not even the fact he scored against us, honestly. It's just the spaces they was putting him in.
I remember the peak one when they shifted Henry out wide so Firmino could play in terms of combined Liverpool.
Combined Liverpool all-time squads because they're saying this to sell him.
He said that selling from a place of hate. Woo!
You know what, yeah?
Say something.
No, you know what, yeah? I was actually saying from the time they wanted to renew Salah's contract, that was the rebuild. No, he was playing Supreme contract ball before they signed the thing. But at that point there, I was saying that was the perfect time for the rebuild. If they cashed in on Salah, because there was apparently there was a PSG, there was a something brewing around there. They could have cashed in on him.
He went PSG.
For 100 or something. They would have got a 150 or 100 for Salah, something nasty for Salah. Cash in on him, and I feel like. But and that's how you keep that Klopp model going in terms of buying players, not on the cheap now, but on like the 40 to 50 mil.
You say the Klopp model, but the Klopp model has always been to hold on to his players for as long as possible. So,
but I'm talking about
an efficient model.
Part,
an efficient model would have been to sort of, as you said, like when he's got 1 year left on his deal, right in the peak of his powers, can you get a PSG to pay 150 million for him, and then you go buy a peak right winger that's around the 24, 25 mark, 24, 25 years of age, and kind of recycle it like that.
I feel like Salah, if you really deep it, yeah, and the media gets in your head and like, what are they gonna be without Salah? They do it for us all the time. What are we gonna do without Sanchez? What are we gonna be without Van Persie? What are we gonna be without Henry? They all the time. Get rid of them and then rebuild, because there was a time they weren't there. And what can Salah as well? What can you do at Liverpool that you haven't? Like, what are you gonna carry on doing that you?
I think from a perception point of view, I think, and I can't speak for Liverpool fans, but I don't know how it would have looked selling your peak player at the peak of his peak. You say the thing about how, like, they always say, what are you going to do without this player? But selling, and you already know the way Liverpool fans view FSG, the fact that don't feel like they put enough money into the club. If you're not able to hold on to your best stars, it's way harder to attract more players.
And it's going to cause a riot, especially in
the
country. So, no, anyway, keep him.
At this point, keep him, because...
Adrian?
He's still there? No, he's not. He's not.
He is.
He's there.
He came on a free anyway. He was doing this.
He's still there?
Sell him.
No way.
Answer the question.
I'm surprised they didn't run him out of town, fam. What?
Sell Hendo.
Henderson.
I feel sorry for Henderson as well. I feel sorry for Henderson. Stop saying this. Stop taking the mic. I feel sorry for Henderson because he's getting a lot of stick and it's not his fault. He's done his part, man.
Sell him, man. He's
actually just done his part. Like, let's be honest. Henderson, he's been there from Sunderland days. He's been there from that long. It's been a long time.
Sell him, but yeah, there's no but. Sell him. Sell him. He's had a good run at Liverpool, man. He's done his part.
Yeah, we made.
Is he
bread off
injured?
that. We made bread off that.
Good money.
He's just be an influencer.
That's Little Mix's wife.
Yeah,
I'm
Little
husband,
Mix
innit?
is- Little Mix. Yes, from now on, he's just his husband.
I mean, he's already on TikTok.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just influence. And there's nothing wrong in that. There's no slight in that. Just jump on.
Just him and Lingard, just link up, just do it crazy.
What's his name's doing it?
Sturridge.
Sturridge.
Yeah, just link. Bro, it's calm.
Killy, killy.
It's calm, man. Sell him.
Curtis Jones.
Sell Curtis Jones. Man. Sell Curtis
Liverpool gonna be walking in with a 6-man squad.
Literally.
No, why I say sell Curtis Jones is because like I ain't got the patience for youngsters ain't good enough. In the sense like look at your age mates.
I know what
Look at your age mates. And your excuse can't be like, oh, allow him, he's young. If that's the excuse, then you're not good enough.
Yeah.
Your age should never be an issue. If you're good enough, your age shouldn't be an issue. Unless it's like you're young because you haven't grown into your body. That's a different thing. It's like allow him, he's young, he needs to fill out. But not good enough in terms of Liverpool standard or Liverpool squad player.
I think he's 22.
He's
22.
over 21 now.
Yeah, Curtis Jones.
Shout on that.
The
Do a
injury.
Chelsea and just don't look back on it. Sell him.
Can't get bread for him like that.
Yeah, no.
I'd keep him just because I don't think like you have to sell with young players. You have to sell them when the market value is high. Like I think the potential of what he could be compared to
Is he
what he
better
could.
than Joe Willock?
If you could get if Liverpool could get Joe Willock into their squad right now, it would help them loads. It would help that Liverpool squad loads. They can't run. So if Curtis Jones can reach that level, if they you don't think I'm trolling. If he can reach that level, I think it's worth keeping him rather because if you sell him now, you're gonna sell him for what 15 million. Change is like you're not gonna get loads for him.
Sell him.
Keep him.
Keep him. Cool. Gakpo.
Yeah, keep.
You ain't got a choice. just roll with the punches with that one, man.
Another one. Harvey Elliott.
Keep him. Why not?
Jota.
Keep him. Can't them bullet man off the bench. They play across the front three. Huh?
Salmon in the air, he gets up.
Oh, Salmon. I thought you said Samba. I've never seen Jota play Samba football
No,
before.
not one Samba.
Bruh, Samba from Jota.
Nah.
Talk about the same player. Nah, yeah, word. He's a hateful, like, short guy. He's
Short guy,
got a
he
good
gets
header.
up like a salmon.
Tsimikas.
Tsimikas.
They could sell him. I think they could sell him, man. And
He's good deputy for Robertson, but Robertson needs to get his act together.
I think
We'll get there.
I
we'll
think-
get there. I'll keep Tsimikas.
I think you could sell Tsimikas, and it's a weird one because when you think about the window, there's only a certain amount of players you can realistically buy. So we're not really going off it realistically. But if Liverpool, I think for me, I look at Tsimikas and when he first came, he looked promising. But the more I see him, like the more he's a defensive liability. Like you can get away with that when you're a bit younger, but when you've been in the team, I think this might be his second, third season, whatever. I think it's his third season. Like for me, he just doesn't. He's still a victim defensively. You can go at him. Like if you're in a winger and you see Tsimikas up against you, it's not like it's not that sort of like it's not that sort of day. Like you can
Sell him.
in an ideal like I feel like you can get a young left back whose probably potential is a bit higher than Tsimikas. Because I haven't seen much from him to say that he could eventually take over Robertson and be that starting left back. Right now, he looks calm because Robertson's playing all the minutes, and it's just like the ideal Tsimikas. Yeah, one day he'll be ready to take Robertson's place, but I just don't see it yet.
Calvin Ramsey.
Who?
Calvin Ramsey.
The right back. The right back. Yeah, I've never seen him play. Oh.
Just keep him. Why did he put that in there?
He's part of the squad technically.
All right, yeah, keep him.
Keep him.
Indifferent.
I'm not sure he's made an appearance this season. I've never seen him play.
Diaz.
Yeah. Keep him. He starts. Luis Diaz, keep him. He starts.
I never said that. All I'm saying is just like
silly,
I'm
man.
not
That's
what.
I've been silly.
How is it? Why is it silly? I've not said anything. All I'm saying
Alright,
is,
answer then.
huh? All I'm saying is just like, just make sure you back up your ideas, innit? Because like you're gonna be 27 next year. Like let's start seeing some actual like.
You know what? Keep him, but no one brings up Diaz's age. I didn't know he was that old.
He's 26. He's 26 now. He's 26 now, and it's just
I
like
thought he was a young boy.
you think he's like 22, 23 in it.
23.
So like,
What, he's
I'm not saying
But
selling.
it's not that. I'm not saying that like, oh, he should be playing better. He's good.
Yeah,
I'm saying keep him. I didn't know he was that age.
yeah. That's just that season.
That was a nice agenda for you to try to build.
I don't build agendas, bro. I don't build agendas. I just make it so you have all the facts before you make your decision. You didn't have all the facts. I just had to give you the facts. Robertson,
Yeah,
keep
so
him.
back on what I was saying about Tsimikas on Robertson, it's like if you replace Tsimikas, I said Robertson needs to get his ideas, get in check. The way in which you do that sometimes is instead of buying squad players, you buy someone who is almost as good or just as good.
I like the
as
fact that he said this because I got signed for him. I like the fact that he said this. Keep going.
You build someone who's just as good as
Keep
them,
going.
and then that would inject Robertson. Don't touch me. That would inject a sense of urgency in Robertson because the levels go up. But yeah, keep Robertson.
Keep Robertson. I think good left back. Not the same as yesteryear, but good left back. He's no reason to.
So what are you trying to say?
No. I'll get to it. When the moment's right, I'll get to it.
Nunes.
Keep him.
He's chaos.
Keep him. Yeah.
Chaos is
We always talked about his finishing and the fact that he's wayward, but
Chaos
but-
is good. Chaos is good.
like in terms of his
You can
just
coach chaos.
Fabio Carvalho.
send him on loan.
Yeah, send the kid.
You didn't know. You're not bored, man. You didn't know what you.
Send the kid on loan. He's brittle. So he's one of the ones where you say, oh yeah, he's still quite young. It's a little thing.
I think they signed him because he looks like Firmino. I think they thought it would just be like another Firmino thing, just drop him in there.
He's quite. He's quite.
Looks.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Looks shaming.
I'm not look shaming. I think they thought that like he'd just be ready.
We've got 2 more. Arthur Melo.
Wait, we got 2 more. What did Chim just think Trent was untouchable? What's going on here?
That's true. There's no tread on here.
Chim just makes me sick. You thought Trent was untouchable. No, we saved the best for last. We saved the best for last.
No, the thing is, Trent's not even on here.
Yeah, it's cool. We'll add him on. Let me type it.